The following show and its content are the responsibility of the show's producers and participants.
Information related in this program is not meant to substitute medical recommendations. Before starting a treatment program, you should consult your physician.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Welcome to Couch Live here on the Problem Solving Network, WPSN99.com. The Problem Solving Network.
We stream solutions.
WPSN99.com, where we do stream solutions, Trinity. And
yes, sir.
We're here actually on tour, on location right now. Trinity.
Yes. The home of Kentucky Fried
the home of
the state
Fried Chicken?
but it was at Corbin with a C.
Corbin with a C.
Yeah, that's where the
Corbin
first
with a
Kentucky
C.
Fried Chicken.
Right.
I've eaten there.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you?
and
that's the second person now, because Karen and all them did.
Yeah, she did. And, we're going to have to say hi to Mr. Jared Lloyd Lucas.
That's right.
Jared Lloyd Lucas.
Jared Lloyd, what's your
JourneyPure Bowling Green. If you can see this sign right behind me, this is the JourneyPure sign, because we are live broadcasting from Bowling Green, from the JourneyPure. So we're going to give you a few minutes, Jared Lloyd Lucas, to explain to these viewers right here
all right.
What exactly is going on, because you guys are doing a lot of great things. So we decided to stop by and check you out, because we heard some good things. We've sent clients here and heard good things, but we've never physically actually been here.
Right.
So we wanted to come by, meet you in person, which we've done at the golf tournament in a different setting, but meet you in person here so you can introduce us to your clinical staff, who we spent time right,
Yes.
with the clinical director. What was her name? Sarah
Sarah
We bonded over spirituality.
That's right.
That's right, we did. And so can you tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on, not only here in Bowling Green, but the shirt that you have has another town in it.
Does.
And you mentioned a bunch of other towns, so some things I don't even know were going on. So
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, JourneyPure purchased Quest House,
Okay.
which was a traditional private pay facility before, and it was in September of 2015, September 24th, 2015, and I became an employee of JourneyPure to September 24th, 2015.
Wow.
And just because I knew them and I just love what they were doing. It's only 4 years old.
Right.
Okay, so this was 3 years ago almost.
Sweet.
And
That's awesome.
So, but when you meet the people, and like we've talked about in different times, it starts at the top.
Right.
And
that's true.
And then they offered me the position to not only take care of Bowling Green, but to start spreading what JourneyPure does throughout Kentucky. So right now, as we speak, we are expanding residential facilities. Another one here that'll include detox and residential here in Bowling Green. That's the pounding that goes on out back.
How many beds?
32 beds there.
Okay.
And then same thing in...
It's a lot of beds.
Same thing in Lexington, Kentucky.
Another 32 beds there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's a partnership with the Shepherd's House, Jared Thomas.
The guy we met last night. Right on.
And that's a partnership from that standpoint, from the nonprofit side, where we're doing some partnerships. We do what we can to try to reach the masses and make offers to them. And then we're doing this, we'll have a detox and residential in Louisville.
Wow.
We already have clinics, outpatient clinics, where we run intensive outpatient mental health services provided as well.
Wow.
In Paducah, we have a separate one here in Bowling Green, and then we have Elizabethtown, Lexington licenses in. Did I say Louisville? Paducah, Louisville, Lexington. So anyway,
Everywhere.
Long story short,
Lexington up here, Louisville. Where else? Paducah's
Elizabeth,
over here.
Yeah, Elizabethtown's in the middle.
Elizabethtown here. Wow.
And
So
then,
basically, that's everybody.
well, I've got one more.
It's not even that big of a state.
No, but Kevin Lee, our CEO, is
yeah.
challenged. We will have an
He's
outpatient.
challenged, like physically challenged, emotionally challenged, mentally challenged. Is that what you're saying?
He's challenged
You're going to
me.
say that? You're going. I was going to say, are you
challenged me.
really
You
going to
cut
say
me
that?
off, Louis. That's that Kentucky drawl. Siri can't understand it neither.
Just trying to get you in trouble a little
That's
bit.
right.
Should
I know.
wake you up a little
That's
bit.
all right. Well, I'm already in trouble. So
No,
that's
you're never in trouble.
But what we'll have by the end of the year is we'll have an outpatient clinic within a 30-minute drive of 80% of the population in the state of Kentucky.
Wait, let's say that I don't know if people can gather how important a 30-minute drive within 80% of the population of an entire state.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
You'll have a facility,
We'll have an
some
outpatient
sort of
clinic.
services.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
that's pretty good. And do you know where Kentucky sits on this opioid crisis list? Like what?
Number 2.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Look it up per capita.
Number
Look
2.
it up. It's 2 or 3. It bounces around whole Ohio.
That's
Of course,
incredible.
Florida's
incredible.
number 1.
Yeah. Well, our county that we live in, or I live in anyways, Orange County, we found out at that one Orange County meeting that we were number 1 per
Oh,
capita.
per capita. Yeah,
Our county was.
the county.
Yeah.
But
That's-
we're going to go over 4 people per day for Kentucky, as small as it is, and it's 4 million.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's part of that 175 that die a day. 175 die a
170.
day.
And you guys have pharmaceutical companies here that make opiates, don't you? In Kentucky?
No, we were the stop point for a bunch
No, but I
of
mean,
them.
didn't you also have? I mean, wasn't that what we saw?
No,
in the
we
news
sued
today?
them.
You
they just sued
sued
them,
them.
yeah.
We were one of the first states because the pipeline was
that's
from,
what we heard.
was from
Yeah.
Florida. to
Yeah,
here.
blame us. Yeah, we're always a pipeline.
Well,
Dang Floridians.
but don't you
man.
see
See
why?
that or Texas?
Look at the state map though. If you're going to get to the bigger cities, you go all of the
Yeah.
state highway. I mean,
Yeah.
anyway, the highways, I-65, I-75,
Right.
I-71, 90, they
95,
all come,
man.
but they all come through here.
Wow.
Wow.
That's sad, man.
It
It's really
is,
sad.
and and what happened with us is because of the opiates and the pills, and we were one of the first ones to put Casper laws in effect, which were they regulate Casper law in Kentucky. Other states have different names for it, but the Casper law was put into place after anyway, a doc can write a prescription. Now it's controlled. In other words, it's not only is it a controlled substance, there were people getting 300 Opanas. These massive.
Okay.
And so now in Kentucky, you cannot fill a doctor's prescription. You can't fill, but so many of a pain pill.
Oh, we have that now. It just passed. No,
Right.
I know. Yeah.
So our what that happened though, that's the reason heroin's so bad here now too. Because we're in eastern Kentucky and West Virginia and
that's really not a fix. It's really not a fix. The
No,
fix
that's not the answer.
Number one, educate your doctors. How about go after the physicians that are doing? You know who's prescribing what, fellas and felines. You know where that's at. Making it harder for individuals who are already dependent upon opioids to get those opioids is not going to get them to stop opioids. It's just going to make them go do heroin.
Yeah.
That's what brought
That's
it. What brought it in.
It's cheaper. It's easier to get.
And now it's
you don't need a script.
Don't need a script.
Right.
You don't even have to look real hard to get it anymore.
No.
So,
Yeah.
and Kentucky's got bridges, and Kentucky's got big roads.
It does have bridges.
I'm just saying that's where it starts.
It's very factual. You have rivers, you have roads, you have trains going through here, you have airplanes, you have every route of transportation other than a ship liner, and that's not too far away.
I got the bell. No,
Yeah.
look it up. Bell of Louisville.
Bell Louisville.
The Bell of Louisville. Have you ever flown into Louisville?
Yeah, we did actually.
We did fly into Louisville.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, we loved Louisville compared to what we didn't know what to expect.
But when you get off the plane and you come around the corner, there's like 7 different pronunciations of Louisville, then how it's spelled and everything else. Yeah,
Louisville.
that's just for Kentucky. Our own people, we all say it different.
That reminds me
really?
of when I went to the river for them in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It was Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro,
Yeah, it's not even close to spelled that way.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't even.
There's no P in it anywhere.
Well, dude, in Texas we call it Whataburger, and it's what a burger, and we say Whataburger.
That's weird.
So when you're from somewhere, you can name it whatever you like. You can say whatever you like.
That's what you started off with me a while ago. At home,
Jared Lloyd?
your
Jared
two
Lloyd?
names, and neither one of them are your last.
Dude, if I hear Luis Alfonso, I know I'm in trouble, bro.
That's right.
Luis Alfonso.
Yeah.
Well, same thing.
So
What is your middle one, by the way?
Warren.
Warren?
Yeah.
Warren?
I always knew I was in trouble, though. If I was doing something and all I heard, Trinity, Warren, Phillips. I was like, oh,
Warren.
man, it's about to get bad.
I'm going to call you Warrant.
Did you ever run?
Huh?
Did you ever run?
Not from who knew. Because if she caught me, it was going to be worse.
I did too.
I did too. But my brother, he got recruited to help catch me, and he always did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
See, my mom knew. She would just wait because she knows I'm coming home at some point.
Mine was in a pepper field.
I was gonna say you could run forever. You're like run Forrest run.
I was in college.
Before you came back?
No, right. Oh no, they had to help with some of that there. I wasn't that good at baseball, but it was only partial. No, man, I did. My dad threw a rotten pepper and hit me, and I told him to stand still. I was gonna knock his hat off. And he turned around and looked at me and hit him right there. But it was a hard pepper. And he come at me, and I was like, he's going to hit me. Guess what? It's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how fast I can run today.
I had a car. I never would run before, but there was a car that I was running to, and I was going to get out of there. I'm going back tonight.
Wow.
Maybe he'll calm down by next weekend.
Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious, man.
But it's amazing how the like we was talking about. I mean, from the cultural standpoint, the different things that we'll explore today. It's just there's changes of how people approach treatment. Right. You know, I am lucky enough to be able to work for a company that allows us to have the resources to do an individualized treatment plan on everybody, and have the resources to identify ways that we can get people healthy. And that's one thing that you'll see more even in our slogans and different things that we use in our mission statement. Right. It's not about get sober. Right. Because if I get you healthy, you're going to stay healthy.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's no need. I get you comfortable in your skin, you get you healthy.
That's right.
Then we've got a real chance to make for you to have a functioning life, or you know, and then through the different partnerships that we're doing, and that's, you know, it's different things that we do in these other things throughout the state. It's different things. You go into a jail system or go into a community and say, I'm going to help provide you a workforce. Yeah. And this is how we're going to do it. And
that's big.
That is.
I mean, I sent you a thing last night where we work with a company in Lexington. Right. And everybody that works there in this restaurant that's getting national recognition now, everybody that works there is in recovery.
That's just incredible.
And it's run by a wonderful man.
You know what I think is interesting, actually, that I've noticed, and we've dealt with a lot of treatment facilities, some good, some bad, of course. Right. And a lot of the good ones have this in common, but we've spent a lot of time with JourneyPure over the last few days, of course, with the races and whatnot. Everybody that comes from them, they're so well informed. Like, you ask them what they're doing, they know what other states, it's like they have this weekly or
we don't
daily,
even know that stuff.
No, and we have like this daily meeting. We're like, all right, guys, this is what the whole company's doing, and they just know. Yeah. Like, what is that? Like,
is that a daily meeting? Is it a daily meeting like that?
No, it's going to be funny. It starts Monday. We literally are just now starting to have our managers meeting a phone.
So if you don't already have that, how do you guys all know so much?
We're constantly talking to each other.
That's awesome, man.
And where
but you're remembering it.
Yeah, that's even better,
Because we're constantly talking to each other. I don't know. What did you say yesterday?
But, I mean, we'll get somebody that comes and like, you know, our electronic medical records are connected, and we know what's happening and what's working in there, and we do our best to try to keep what, you know, if they're transitioning back, you know, I'll send somebody from Kentucky down to Florida because they need to get taken out of Kentucky, you know, including
that's crazy.
people very close to me. I did that, you know, and Kentucky wasn't working.
Balls don't get dropped like that.
No.
That's how you keep balls from dropping.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee you right now, we could like when we leave here, whatever, we have some contacts in like Graham in Florida, Patrick. We could call either one of them and ask them, when is this going to be open? I bet you they'd all say November. Like, they'll know.
Well,
I bet you they would know.
I sent that email out yesterday, so yeah, probably.
See? I bet you they would know.
Because I found out. I thought it was going to be December too, but they made up some time back there.
You stay right there.
Okay.
Here it goes.
No, we're going to test it. We're going to test it.
All right, text them.
All right. So here's the challenge. All right, we're saying that everybody knows when the residential program is to be open in Bowling Green.
Okay.
What do you think they're going to say?
I think they're going to say end of the year.
End of the year.
That's close enough, though. That's November.
That's close.
Well, because I just sent out a thing yesterday that goes, I don't want to jinx it, but we're looking at November.
Okay.
15th.
But I think they read it, and I think it means something to them, and they remember.
Well,
All right. First of all, they're going to have to answer the question. They're going to answer the
That was
phone.
my big announcement for our first manager's phone call on Monday. So here we go. All right. Who you send it to, Jamie or Patrick?
Who should we call first?
I don't care.
All right. Who do you want us to call first?
You better text him.
No, I'm not texting. We're going live on the
We're
air.
going live, man.
No.
That's how we do. They know better, though.
I'm going to call Jamie first.
Call Jamie.
We gotta remember. You gotta push that thing.
Hey, Tracy.
Yeah, ringing.
Tracy, if you're listening, text Jamie Vance right quick.
Hello? Hey. Oh, wait. There you go. Jamie, you there?
Jamie, you're live.
There we go.
You there?
Jamie, welcome to the Couch Live, brother. How you doing?
You're live.
I'm live?
You're
Yes,
live
sir.
right now, Jamie.
Don't cuss me, Jamie. This is
Good.
Lucas.
What am I live about?
Okay, so here's the way. So you're here with, of course, me, the Dharma. I mean, I'm the Dharma guy now. I'm the dope doctor. Of course, the Dharma guy here. Trinity Phillips is here. But we got one of your guys held hostage here at JourneyPure Bowling Green. We're actually broadcasting from Bowling Green today, Jamie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. So first of all, before we can do this, you got to tell everybody what is your position within the JourneyPure system.
Well, depends on who you ask, but
I resemble that remark.
my position is Chief Marketing Officer,
Okay.
light bulb changer, person that talks to moms at 2 a.m, you name it.
All right. So you're being challenged with
Yeah,
something.
we gotta preface this and tell them why.
All right. So go ahead and you preface it.
All right. Well, Jamie, it's Trinity. What's up, brother? So
Hey, man.
what happens is we're here talking to Jerry, and Jerry's telling us this laundry list of what's happening, what the company's doing, and who's doing what, and all these different facilities.
Right.
And so I mentioned that having talked to you guys a lot over the last several months to a year or so, one thing I was impressed with is everybody seems to know everything that the whole company's doing, and they're all very well versed in what's happening.
Right.
So there was something that Jerry told us that I said, you know what? I bet you we could call anybody and they would know. So Louis said, okay, well, let's call Jamie and see if he knows. So we're about to test you.
So you ready? Oh, wait. There you go. I wasn't apparently.
Yeah, you weren't ready, Louis.
All right. Here it is, Jamie.
It went down again.
All right. The question is, when are the first of all, how many beds?
Ooh, you're going.
Yeah. How many beds are opening up in Bowling Green, Kentucky?
32.
Right. Ding, ding, ding,
Wow.
ding, 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 ding.
I told you.
Second question. When are they due to be open?
It should be here pretty soon. I mean, probably, probably early fall, I would say.
Boy, he believes
far
in
as I know.
you know why he's saying that? He believes in the power of the Mexican much more than you do, Jerry.
I can answer that question. The reason I can answer that question is Limestone put us about 45 days behind.
Oh, he didn't
So
hear-
you
he
take that away.
Jamie is an email behind, you're saying.
Well, I told you we're starting our manager's call on Monday at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or something like that, isn't it, Jamie? I don't remember what.
Yeah, we got our
That's our first real
market
one.
manager's call at 12:30
Yeah.
on Monday.
But you know what I'm really impressed with, though,
Why?
is the fact that, okay, the dates moved because he said Limestone. So
Right.
He knew 32 count. Exactly.
And he gets a little pass because he's been traveling.
He has been traveling a lot.
So
he was just with us down
he
in
was just
Daytona.
just with us in South. Yeah. So I'm going to give him a little bit of pass because it probably was the original day.
It was
around-
October.
Was it October? All right. So I'm going to give a pass. But so let's do a bonus question.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. So here's the bonus question, and this is the hardest question there is.
All right.
Jimmy, if you get this right, we're just going to be floored. You ready?
I think so.
In the state of Kentucky, how close, what's the proximity that individuals will have to drive? 80% of the population in Kentucky, what's the proximity they would have to drive, the max they would have to drive to find a JourneyPure outpatient facility?
Oh, probably, let's see here, Well, our hub and spoke model is to make sure that we cover everything within a 200-mile radius. So I would say probably 50 miles.
50 mile, which in a Challenger is 30 minutes.
That's right.
There you
The way we're driving up here is 30 minutes.
That was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I told you, is everybody I've spoken to through JourneyPure, they're so well connected that they all know what everybody else is doing.
No, all right. So I got to ask another bonus. Wait. One more question.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go further.
Okay.
Because he's doing really good.
Okay.
Hey, keep in mind that I got in last night at midnight.
So did we.
And my first meeting was at 8 today, so
You're doing good.
I'm not the sharpest tool right now.
All right. No, you're doing fantastic.
He's
All
doing
right.
great.
Here's an extra bonus question. All right, extra bonus question for all the marbles.
Uh-oh.
Name 4 cities in Kentucky that have either outpatient or residential services by the end of this year in Kentucky.
Oh,
That's simple.
Louisville. Yeah, that's easy. Louisville, Lexington, Bowling Green, Paducah. Louisville, Lexington, Bowling Green, Paducah. That's and then we've got Elizabethtown. Then we'll probably have a few more. So
That's awesome.
He gave you 5. Look at that.
He gave me a bonus.
He gave you a bonus.
He gave us a bonus. That's awesome. Wait, Jamie, you are the man. Thank you very much, Jamie. We appreciate you. Look,
hey, you bet, guys. Thank y'all for what you do, and take it easy on Jerry there.
yeah, we will. Thank
That's
you very
a
much.
long
man.
night, man.
All right.
Yeah, he's probably thinking one night with them is enough. No,
That's
it's
right.
2, man. 2 days. All right. Thank
See you,
very
Jamie.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. So that was Jamie Vance.
I told you.
It's incredible.
I told you that. And,
That's just
and
incredible.
we don't need to, but if you call Patrick, they all know, man. And they're so connected.
Brother.
Oh, see, here we go.
All right.
But that's what I'm saying. though.
I really have to do this challenge. I'm sorry. You think Patrick? Who do you think would be closer to some of those? Because he was close. So do you think he'll
Dude,
be
he got
closer?
32. That was impressive. Like, he got the bed count. To me, I think that's a harder number to know.
Really,
Because dates can change around and stuff like that, but the bed count, that's pretty impressive.
brother.
He didn't say 30 something. He said 32. That's impressive.
And the reason he was saying that is because Lexington will be 30. He was trying to think.
Really?
Yeah. Because Lexington will be 30 because of the zoning
He knew
issue.
32.
And he was going Bowling Green.
If
I mean,
these guys better not be right next to each other right now.
they're not. Patrick's.
You've reached the voicemail.
He fails.
Wow. Ooh, he lost. Jamie won.
Jamie won.
Exactly.
Jamie
There
won.
you go.
But look, in all fairness, Patrick's been called live on the air before.
That's right.
And Jamie never has, so Jamie will never
Yeah.
answer it the first time
You'll look
ever
the
again.
clock on me. That's right.
Yeah.
Ever since I started calling
What'll
people live on the air,
happen is
they don't answer my phone
As soon
calls
as
no
the
more.
show ends, you'll get a call back. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
What'd you need?
I'll always get a text that says, "Hey, man, I'm busy. What's up?"
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Let's take the challenge just a little bit further
Uh-oh.
Well, here we go. Let's do it.
and see how far down
Uh-oh. Graham.
the information goes. Yeah, because a lot of times, a lot of programs, how they'll say, they'll never tell me. I'm the lowest man in the totem pole. I don't know. Let's see how close Graham is to knowing, because really he's in a position.
Florida.
Yeah, but he's in a position that really doesn't need to know all of that. It's not pertinent to his day to day. What's up, Graham? Welcome to the Couch Live, by the way. Just so you know, you're live.
Am I on the air?
You're on the air right now.
You are.
Well, I appreciate that disclaimer.
Yeah, exactly. And we're here with Jerry Lloyd Lucas.
Uh-oh.
Jerry Lucas,
Hey.
Yeah, we're here, JourneyPure Bowling Green, brother.
Yes, sir.
are you reporting live from JPBG?
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And the reason we're calling is set it up, Trinity, please.
Oh,
All
God.
right,
You're
all
going to be
right.
challenged.
Graham,
dude.
what's up, brother? It's Trinity. All right, so we were up
great
here.
scene.
We're up here. We're talking, and Jerry was rattling off a bunch of statistics and
Yep.
different things that the company as a whole has been doing.
Right.
And so I decided to chime in and say, well, we've talked to a lot of you guys over the last years, several years, and I said one of the things that I was impressed with the most is how well informed everybody is on what the company is doing as a whole. No matter who you talk to within the company, it's like they all know what's going on. And so we decided we're going to go ahead and challenge some people.
He's already scared.
Yeah.
He said, you called the wrong one.
So we just called Jamie Vance, and Jamie Vance, passed with
Jamie
flying colors.
passed. Graham.
You called the wrong guy. I mean,
Hey, wait a minute.
No,
Listen.
no, you don't know that.
Listen for the
Well,
taps.
Jerry,
Listen.
is my job on the line?
Well,
Hey,
Just know that Jamie's listening.
yeah, just know that Jamie's listening.
Jamie's listening. Jerry's reporting.
And we're sending a copy of this to Patrick.
Oh.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and Kevin's getting a live feed right now.
Yes.
Okay. And I have a bead of sweat already starting to boil up on my forehead.
All right, so here's the reason.
I'm
because
just trying to set the stage for all you guys.
it's such a tight ship, man, and you guys do so well with clients. But what we're noticing, it does start from the top down, like Trinity said. And JourneyPure is a fantastic program to work with, and you guys do a tight ship with each other. So here's the questions. You ready?
Can I ask you a question first?
Oh,
okay,
boom.
go ahead.
Let me see how tight your ship is.
Uh-oh.
Brother, I'm in a freaking kayak.
What are your daughters doing right now at 1:27 Eastern Standard Time?
Brother, I got a GPS. Dahlia's in Gainesville and Zoe's in. Let me see. What time is it?
New Smyrna.
Zoe's in New Smyrna Beach.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm clapping for you. All right. Go ahead.
I could have been lying.
Hey, keep driving. Keep both hands on the wheel.
Yeah,
we
keep
watched
it-
that last night. It didn't work out.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So you ready? All right. Here's the question.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, first of all, what city are we currently doing this show from?
Bowling Green.
All
right, there you go.
Ding, ding, ding. All
Softball.
right. Hey, good job, Graham. I'll talk to you, buddy.
No. Got it. I had to warm it up.
All right. Is that it? Can I go now?
That's what I was saying. I gave you the out, man. Okay.
And what state is Bowling Green in?
Kentucky.
Huh?
Kentucky.
All right.
This guy's pretty knowledgeable too.
I told you, man. They're all sharp.
They're all
bro.
sharp.
They're all sharp.
All right,
I
hold
told
on.
you.
All right. This is third question. It's like a bonus question.
All right.
Does JourneyPure Bowling Green treat autism or addiction?
Addiction.
God, man, I swear to
He's
God.
on point. He is
You are
on
amazing.
You are.
Hey, watch this. Go on and ask him a question.
All right. Here's the question: how many beds is Bowling Green building? How many beds will Bowling Green have?
How many beds will Bowling Green have?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I can tell you right now that they have capacity of 32.
Look at that.
That's
told
it.
you.
There you go.
I told you.
Wow.
I told you.
32.
I told you.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, all right. Second question.
I told. But
Let's
I'm
move
telling
forward.
you, I'm not surprised because they all know this stuff.
So as far as how many beds are coming, the only knowing Jerry Lucas, he probably wants to build 300. But I'm gonna guess that number's somewhere in the. I mean, this is a total guess. This is like in the 15 to 20 range. Am I close?
What? He
Should've
should have
stayed down.
stopped.
Should've
You
stopped.
had it at 32.
You had a 32.
That was it.
32.
32.
And he doesn't know because we get to see
He
each
thinks
other
they're
like
right.
a couple times a
Yeah,
year, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we ride around a golf cart
He
down
got
there at your
32.
place.
No, he got it.
32
He got
was
it.
correct.
He knew he had the number.
And that was the build.
He's probably thinking all over the place.
Well, and where he's coming from, because Lexington, I said it was going to be 30. It's going to be 30. Lexington's going to be 30.
Right.
Louisville, because of the population, we can get a little reg thing different. And
Don't
we're
start
hoping for
mentioning
45.
cities. No, you're cheating right now. You're cheating.
You give him more
Yeah, you're
answers.
cheating.
Hey, did you tell him 32? Did you text him?
Yeah, did you
I
text
didn't hear
him? No, I didn't see him.
I don't even,
He
this
got
is the
32 right on
longest-
the dot.
This is the longest period of time. Oh, never mind. There it is.
There it is.
I thought it was gone.
It's
I was like,
all right, here we go. Here, next question.
Okay.
Name 4 cities that JourneyPure does business in Kentucky.
Name 4 cities that JourneyPure does business with.
Yep, 4 cities. 4 cities where people right now can get help in Kentucky.
Well, the first one is Bowling Green.
Good.
The next one is Elizabethtown.
Good.
The next one is Paducah.
Good. One more. You got this.
mm-hmm.
Two beads of sweat.
Yep.
Elizabethtown, Bowling Green, Paducah, and
Don't do the third strike. Don't swing and miss.
Yep, it's known to happen.
Largest. Sorry.
Hold on.
Don't,
All right, wait.
He's Googling it.
Yeah, no, don't
Cardinals.
swing and miss, and don't text
Cardinals.
anyone.
No, I'm not. So I said Bowling Green. I said Paducah. Oh, Louisville.
There you go.
Look at
there
that.
You go.
There you go.
All right, you pass. Hang up real quick, Graham. Love you. See you next week.
Hold
Somebody's
on,
next to him in the traffic right now. Like, what is this guy doing? He's crazy.
Well, I've been pulled over by blue lights, and I've never felt the way I just did.
Oh my God, that's awesome! You were doing fantastic. All right.
My only goal is to make Jerry Lucas proud.
There you go.
And you're doing it.
That's right.
And you're doing it. All right. You ready? You ready for? You want to give him a tougher question?
Yes.
I have a question
go ahead.
for him, though,
Oh,
but
you got
not
one?
related to this.
Okay. Well, let's see. Which is another one which one do you want me to ask him next about related to this? Should I go right to the square, the miles?
I would, because I think that I think
Okay,
I think he's got. I
J-
think he has a chance. There's a chance that he'll
Really?
get this question right.
Okay. All right.
Look
Let's
at
go.
that.
All right. You ready? You ready, Graham?
Did I hear him say that there's a chance or that there's a good chance?
No, there's a good chance.
There's a good chance.
He actually has faith.
What
in
was
you
that
on this.
movie? So you're saying Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying
Yeah.
there's a chance. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. Here it is. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm at a red light. I'm ready.
Okay, good. All right. So by the end of this year, you should have services provided to at least 80% of Kentucky's population within how many minutes?
Drive.
Like, how far will someone have to drive maximum to be serviced by JourneyPure?
Of 80% of the population.
80% of the population.
80% of the population. So once again, I'm going to go a roundabout way. I know that you're about 100 miles from Bowling Green, from JourneyPure Bowling Green to JourneyPure at the river. Jerry, did I get that right?
Correct.
Yep.
All right. So that's 100 miles. That's about an hour and a half. So my best guess is, if we're doing our jobs properly, it should be within 30 minutes.
Look at that. Look at
Drop
that.
the mic.
I told you.
Look
Look at that. Like I said, man, JourneyPure
I
is
thought he was
on
about to get
point.
it wrong. I thought he was going to say an hour and a half.
Oh, man. Listen, hey, Louis.
You're an all-star.
You know, Powerball drawing is Wednesday and Saturday.
Wow.
There you go.
I'm feeling good right now that I'm headed to 7-Eleven and I'm going to get a quick pick.
Hey, I'll be in Florida next week. Give me one right now, too.
Go
Just
get
put
it. Go
down.
get it. And you know what? The question that even started it all, we didn't even ask them, which is, by when are these beds, these 32 beds that they're building right now here at Bowling Green, by when should they be open?
Year end 2018.
Yeah.
My God.
See?
My God. Ding, ding,
And
ding.
listen, if I win Powerball, those 300 beds that Jerry Lucas wants, he's got.
Got
awesome.
him. There you
Hey,
go.
you need to buy
Graham-
me a ticket while you're done.
Graham,
here,
you're
too.
awesome,
Shoot.
man. All right, Graham.
Well, I got one question.
All right,
for you.
Wait. Dharma guy has a question?
Just one question,
All right,
and
go.
we'll talk about it later for sure. But
Okay.
since we got you on here, did Courtney call you?
Oh.
Courtney Lynch from the Now Matters More Foundation.
Yes, she did. And are you talking about the scholarship that
Correct.
Yes, there was one we
Jerry
wanted to
Lucas
switch around.
graciously
Correct.
offered to the foundation?
Correct.
Yes, and our admissions girl, Jamie Myers, is all over it.
Right on.
You did good.
Look at that. See,
Man.
JourneyPure is on the ball.
JourneyPure
man.
is so on top. It's ridiculous.
And you know, we did
I'm going
that thing that Courtney called you on. We did that while we were driving up here to Kentucky. We made
Yeah.
that whole thing go down.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something.
I mean,
Graham,
after that, I'm headed to the beach.
I think
Oh, nice.
you're about to get a phone call because I think they have a new position opened up.
Yeah.
What,
JourneyPure.
public relations?
Yeah, something, brother.
Something.
No.
I think you're going to become the new NASCAR ambassador for JourneyPure, and you're going to roll with us to every track
That's right, man.
there is.
I just
I
want to be
mean-
within. Now I'll expand that 30-minute area if I can go to another NASCAR race.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you
there
go.
you go.
That's right.
So we
Wow.
That-
Congratulations,
that's fine.
brother. Congratulations. All right, we'll talk to you later, man. Thanks, Graham.
All right, gentlemen, have a great weekend.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Graham.
See ya.
We'll see you.
But I
That
told
is
you.
that is.
And I told
brother.
you. And you call Graham,
Wow.
which what you pointed out. He's in Florida. He doesn't really leave it as far as
And-
his job is concerned. He has no reason to know any of the other stuff. And I told you one of the most important things I'm impressed with is everybody I talk to at JourneyPure, no matter what their ranking is, seems to know what the whole company's doing.
Let me what is the biggest problem in relationships? Communication.
Yeah.
The lack of communication. What do employees of so many facilities, not only facilities, businesses, period, have an issue with their employer? The lack of communication. The not knowing what's going on. The left hand, you hear it all the time. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing.
Yeah, no transparency.
Just saw that we just talked to 3 different states.
We went from the top down too.
And we went all different levels of people.
And everybody knew. Yeah.
Trinity, I'm seriously.
And that's
Jerry,
why
you guys have a phenomenal organization, man.
And that's why I told you that's one of the things I'm most impressed with.
And this is why people get healthy within the JourneyPure system, because the system is healthy. From the core, it's healthy. And therefore, now I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Top down.
The happiest.
Wow.
Happiest
I bet
I've
you
been
didn't
in
even
30
know how healthy. You knew from how you feel, and you knew from what you see, and compared to where you've worked from before. But I mean, you got to admit that was pretty stellar right there.
And I wasn't. I
Did
wasn't
you know that
scared.
many people were listening to you, because you're the one giving that information to everybody?
But the point of it is we know what the others are doing. I can answer some questions about the other places. Don't want to.
Don't push it. Don't push it.
But my point is, I mean,
that's another show. You get a phone call.
Oh, shit.
You better answer.
God,
you better know what they're doing in another state, brother.
You know what? I take a lunch.
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Yeah, and I stay there forever.
It's an extended lunch.
That's right. We'll do it on a Tuesday.
That's right.
So where I'm coming from with it is that we literally have just decided, because we're growing so much, that we need to start this. It literally starts next Monday. This coming Monday is our first organized weekly or I should have read the email. Weekly or bi-weekly. It's bi-weekly. It's a bi-weekly.
Wow.
But that's even cooler, because
that's my point.
What somebody could say is
we are growing that much.
Well,
there was a chance he was going to miss that one. I was worried about
what
that.
somebody could say, though, is, look, we don't need to do that. We're already good enough. Everybody knew.
Right.
But instead, you're like, no, we're going to get even better. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like, everybody already knew, and they said, no, we're going to have more communication. We're going to go ahead and meet every Monday now, or every other Monday, whatever. That's amazing.
The only thing that would shock me more is if a client could answer all those questions.
That would be
that would be like,
well, you know what?
a client here could.
Yeah, right.
Well, but you're right. They could, and then the alumni and the recovery coaching things that we do, we don't hide any of that information, because they want to come back and give. At all these clinics that we're talking about in Kentucky, Thursday nights.
Wow.
It's open door. So if you've been an alumni, if we've got 9 patients, we just stack up more chairs around. That's awesome. You can come back and sit through a group with the current patients that are in IOP, and it really, really helps.
Wow.
That don't even count the recovery coaching side of it. I mean, that's just the alumni group, and Josh and that alumni group is great. It's awesome.
That was awesome. And yet, you know what the funny part though is? You can tell that we're not part of the JourneyPure organization, because Jerry didn't even tell them we were showing up today. They communicate about everything, but they didn't tell. We're not in the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't tell them about us though.
No,
wait.
Look.
Wait a minute.
No, wait a minute.
You just hit on something.
We're not important enough, man. We're nobodies.
That's not exactly
Who's
true.
the girl that we saw
That
first?
would be
that I told you?
Lindley.
Lindley.
And she used to work for us. She used to be an awesome therapist.
That's awesome.
What time did y'all get here?
Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. If Lindley were sitting here right now, would Lindley be able to answer these questions?
Well, you got silent on that one.
Yes.
Ooh.
No.
You want me to go get
check?
it?
No.
Now, I had to think for a second. I do.
You know, I don't think we need
We
to
don't
check
need to.
that, because I believe him.
No,
I believe him too.
Well, I had to think for a
I don't
second.
think I think he would have been honest.
I think you had to check for a second, because
I was a little worried about Graham.
we're all worried about Graham. But Graham amazes you.
Yeah, Graham's on point, man.
Graham is just awesome at what he does, and to be able to. Look, if I had Graham's position, you'd have to really worry about me, because I would have acted like I was listening to you, and I'd have forgotten. Jerry, what are you doing in Kentucky? Let me know when it opens.
Yeah.
No.
No, Graham was on point, man. I gotta say, because when they flew me up to the river to do my thing up there, I was on a big group email with a lot of them, and it was going back and forth, and they were talking. Once Graham got involved, I was getting emails like, "Hey, this has been booked. This has been done. You're going here." This. I was like, "Whoa!" Like he just took care of stuff.
Graham just calls me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll come to a thing. We do our regular admissions thing, but he goes, "Jerry, I want you to watch this one. I want to help this person."
Right on.
And that's all it takes from my standpoint. I don't.
So as this opioid crisis has hit the entire United States, and you said Kentucky is the second per capita hit the hardest.
I hope, unless something's changed, somebody Google that real fast.
Is Kentucky the one state you guys are putting this kind of focus on, or are you guys trying to do this? Is this the JourneyPure model? Because Graham gave me the impression the way he answered, and I think that's why you felt pretty confident that he would know that answer. Is that the JourneyPure model? We're going to go into these states or state to state, and this is the model at each state. That within 30 minutes.
Jamie, while ago, well, it's a little different in some places.
Right.
In Kentucky, that's a pretty easy thing to do because the population is right. You've got your 5 biggest cities, and that's going to get you 75% of it right there. Sorry, I turned around.
No,
you told me to talk straight into the mic too.
You're good.
But we do the hub and spoke. Okay, that's the model that we talk about.
Right.
If we did that in Florida within a 30-minute drive, that would make a lot of sense because you wouldn't be able to get 5 miles half the time. But I mean, the point of it is we get it within a reasonable. We want everybody to have access to not only the services that we provide through our residential and treatment centers. Like I said, that's going out the window. The old traditional.
You kind of already did it actually in Florida almost, right? Because you have the one in Melbourne.
Right.
Yeah. Then you have in Orlando, which is an hour apart.
Right.
And then you have Panama, which is like a couple hours. So
And-
within a few
and-
hours.
and
Jensen Beach.
Jensen Beach.
Jensen Beach. That's right. So you got basically the whole state almost.
That's where y'all got to come see me next week.
No, they're missing the West Coast, and that's what he's saying. That's what I started thinking when he says, I'm going to the West Coast of Florida.
I know the West Coast.
down.
You have Panama.
But West Coast of Florida, that's Tampa.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're done
You'll
what?
be there.
Look, dude, you can't get me out of Kentucky. I've never had another address. I'm getting on a plane for the first time.
He ran away from home and ended up right back in the house.
Even in Tampa, you're only an hour away from Orlando, anyways. So you're still within an hour.
An hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, the way I drive, it's an hour.
Yeah, that's true. That one road was pretty cool. Last time I was down there, when I come over for y'all's tournament, we flew into Lauderdale, flew back out of Orlando, but went down and visited our son.
Oh man!
And every chance we get.
That's awesome, man. Well, I can't wait for you to come down to Florida, Jerry. It's been great coming up here.
Thank you.
Seeing you, meeting your staff here, meeting some clinical minds here that have access to the clients that we send here. Thank you very much for the scholarship that we're working on to get that person help right now, and we appreciate for that scholarship. That's why we do the race deal,
right.
and so to get a phone call while we're doing this, Facebook Live and doing the race deal, traveling here.
Phone call. What number is that again?
No, 833 now matters, kids. 833 now matters.
Look at that.
You call us, we'll get you hooked up with programs like JourneyPure. And if JourneyPure is not the right program for you,
That's right.
we'll hook you up with another program. That's the cool thing about working with programs like JourneyPure, is that even if you call them and they're not the right program, they're going to connect you with the right fit for you. And I just love it. And again, I'm just floored because I think that information is just so important, and communication is just so important. And it's really hard to hear people teach something they're not good at. And what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing here is that you guys, you walk the deal, man. I mean, what you preach is exactly what you do, and I love that.
Well, I appreciate it. I encourage the people.
Right.
It's about people. It's about people, and no matter which side of the desk you're on or which side of the room you're on,
Right.
And a thing. It's just about, and our people are different,
Right.
and I that's any interview that I've done. And if you want to look us up, a little bad plug here, but the JourneyPure Bowling Green on YouTube or our website or anything.
Right.
there's interviews, and that's just what you get. It's genuine. It's our staff. It really is, isn't it? It's not me, other than the fact that I got lucky enough to find some of them.
I think a lot of it does have to do with you, though, because all that information we just talked about has to be communicated by Bowling Green leadership out, and that's you. And you did communicate that out. So I think that's pretty stellar, Jerry.
I appreciate that.
I think that's really awesome.
And I really appreciate you all. I mean, because I call you. I call you, hey, man, I need some help. I need a little help here because, there's been some things that's changed in the world than when I first started, and used to you could really help people get back on their feet and do things.
Right.
You can't do that. That's enticement. And,
right.
So you're able to hook us up with the right people, the right places.
Right.
If it's not a facility that I may not know. If it's
We're
in
here
Kentucky,
for you,
I
man.
pretty well know it. My old joke was I've been in every facility in the state of Kentucky, but I usually had a key. My wife always hates when I say that. But I mean, it's when it comes from that standpoint, it's just we appreciate you all and doing all the things, and I'll support you in every way that I can going forward. Trinity's all right too.
I'll do my best. That's what my wife tells me anyway.
He is all right. Trinity, any last thoughts about our trip up here to Kentucky and our visit with Jerry here at Bowling Green?
I just that I get it. I'm getting all sorts of stuff on this trip, man. I'm of course with the Corbin Forester, All Out Motorsports team. I'm getting NASCAR. I'm understanding it. And with the JourneyPure, now that this is my third, I guess, because I saw the one in Orlando. Third facility now that I've been at, and just everybody I meet, man, I get it. I understand why people have come through here. They're like, man, that JourneyPure is. I get it. It makes sense to me. And so I would definitely say that they're doing their part to end this crisis, man. They're doing it. That's all there really is they're doing it. And like the thing that you said that actually stuck out to me, which I would have to agree with. Because I can list, a pretty decent amount of people now from JourneyPure I've interacted with from all different levels. He said our people are different.
Yeah,
they are, but in such a great way.
That's a fact.
They are, and I can say that just honestly, they are. They're different.
Yeah, I agree, and different is good.
Jamie said it a while ago. We're pretty good about whatever needs to be done. We do.
Yeah.
I mean, we just do.
Yeah, he just came out and just hung out with us just because the other day. I mean, they were doing business, but they weren't doing business with us at that time. We just went out and played in Daytona together.
Yeah. It turned out to be a great trip, man.
It was a great trip.
Everybody showed up.
Yeah. So that's right. There was a lot of our friends were just so happened to be in Daytona that day. So anyway, Jerry, thank you so very much again for the hospitality. Loved meeting your friends. Do you want to tell us who was with us last night? You want to share who was?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we had some of the reps, EAP reps from Ford Motor Company and things. They're starting again. We're a new company.
Yeah.
Ford's been around a long time.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is just a little bit different.
Right.
There's a few different things of how we approach things. I'm not saying everything that we do is all different.
Right.
But I know what we're willing to use,
right,
to try to help somebody,
right.
And then you all met Jared Thomas last night, who's the CEO of Shepherd's House, and that is a partner as we go across this state. That's a huge partner for us because he's involved he's associated with the nonprofit of Shepherd's House, and it's a set of recovery homes. But he also has treatment licenses. Where he does some day reporting programs where we go into a court system and we're making differences in people's lives and getting them healthy from out of jail, where they come every day and report, and then they're identified what services do you need.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's awesome.
That dude's wide open, man.
That dude's a trip, man.
That dude's got some energy.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I think he beat you for energy, bro. That dude is something else.
He
man.
beat me.
He is something.
Yeah.
He is something.
Yeah,
he's a great guy, and that's a great organization, and we're so proud to spread it out.
He was on it.
He's on it. Did you see him? He was really watching. He loves NASCAR now.
Oh, he never watched the race before. It was hard to believe. He was into it.
I mean, I've been around, but I mean, I've never that was something.
Yeah, he was watching the scoring.
Yeah.
And so now he knows how.
Well, remember, he was the first rowdy dude that was ready to go after whatever number car that
was.
Talk about.
Man, you guys almost got some great video, because if we would have all been there when our driver started pushing on another driver in the car at the end of the race, and then for some dumb reason the other driver decided to come grab his helmet, our driver's helmet,
they would have been in
after
trouble,
they parked. If we would have all still been there, we didn't just walk away.
Dude, you know, I don't know if you. Well, I know you know this because you were the probably the shortest one of the group. But our whole team, man, our whole group was all over 6 foot, all over. They would have been in some trouble, man.
Bro, let me say, size doesn't matter, bro. I thought you told me size doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you don't have it. Your concealed carry doesn't work for Kentucky. So, so that was the largest, other than a football team.
We were a large group, man.
Those guys, those pit crew guys, man.
But even our
crew was huge. Well, and then I don't know how we all fit on that pit, but we didn't really.
Them Hillbilly Stills are some big boys too, man.
Hillbilly Stills are big boys, thanks to our cousins, man. Hillbilly Stills out here in Barlow, Kentucky.
That's right.
Right next to Paducah, which you have a facility. Of course.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hey, that's about 12% of the population right there in Paducah.
There you go. Right on.
I love the numbers, man. I love the numbers. Anyway, and then so we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for that. And you know what I really appreciate, Jared? And this is real. This is from the bottom of my heart. You didn't break my headsets or my microphone. And last night I give him the headset, and I think he busted them. Did you bust them?
Probably. I get excited, man, and there was something about
were you the one that handed to me that they dropped?
He broke it.
So when I jumped up on the pit, I was trying to get down on it, and I grabbed my phone out, and it didn't come back on.
Oh man!
I was like, the battery run down.
Oh, that's brutal.
How did that happen?
So
that
thank
fast?
you for not busting. When you take those off, just take them off real carefully and don't bust
gentle.
the microphone.
You can remove them.
Anyway, if there's nothing else, it's time to go get some of that Kentucky food.
Let's
go.
go.
You promised us some Kentucky food?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We didn't get breakfast either, so we're hungry.
I'm hungry.
We thought that we didn't have the extra hour. We
Yeah.
were rushing over here.
And God.
Are there White Castles? No.
So I'm gonna still do my regular sign out, but this time I think the taco is gonna have to be some fried chicken or something like that.
That's
so adios, amigos. It's time for a taco or some Kentucky style food. You tell me. Goodbye.
And that was without even a single drop of rum.